Boys, we are back in Bali for the next month, but a lot of crazy shit happening at the moment. Business is growing super fast. We have one of our biggest events coming up in the next, let's say, month or so. We have booked in a villa for the month, kind of document us building this business, what it actually takes, what we're going to be going through the day-to-day. A lot of it is behind the laptop, I'm not going to lie, but it should be pretty exciting. There's a lot of cool moving pieces going on, and I want to kind of take you guys behind the scenes and show you what I'm working on. It's been a very stressful time lately. Our account on Instagram, our only earned account, got banned. So ads we've turned off, and we're trying to get it back online, which I'm sure a lot of you have probably dealt with this problem before. So a lot of people preying on our downfall, but we are continuously just solving new problems, figuring out exactly what needs to go into place to build the best product we possibly can, but also scale really fucking quickly. So yeah, with that being said, stay tuned for this vlog. There's a lot of cool stuff that we're planning out, and I want to just take you behind the scenes of like, this is what it actually takes to build an 8-figure business. This is what we're going to be doing, and this is how we're going to get to our goals. It's kind of taking you guys along the journey. So without further ado, let's get into it. Just wrapping up a big day. Pretty much spent the whole day at, you can see, Bamboo Gym, and yeah, it was just training, getting back into the swing of things, getting a lot of work done, and just kind of relaxing. Uluwatu is a really nice place to kind of kick back, relax. As for moving forward, heading back to Sydney next week on Sunday, so I think I'll run you guys through what we're building, what the plan is for the next couple of months when I get back to Canggu, back to the home base, and have everything back set up at the office in Bali, and just like, yeah, run you through, this is what we're building, this is what's coming up, some new exciting features, how everything works, what it looks like. But I think for this vlog, I'm just kind of showing you a realistic month of my life of like just building a sick business in Bali, chasing my dreams, making content, and just trying to document everything. So yeah, boys, let's get after it.
Check it out.
Goody boys, it is another day in paradise. Just having some pre-workout. Have not been fucked to film. Just have no motivation to film content. It's been so drained from building the business that I just have no creativity. Which is why I'm getting the filmmaker out to kind of have another brain, someone to help me push out the content and also not have to constantly think about it. So content should start to pick up at the end of this month because we have a filmmaker coming out. Other than that, boys, life is good. We're going to hit the gym with some of our members, go out for dinner with some of our members, and keep fucking scaling with some of our members. We have just wrapped up another day, trained with some of the members. Shout out John Amato, big ecom guy. Met him at Nirvana and did a little session. Now we're going out for dinner with our actual exclusive tax partnership, Revan. He's in Bali, so we're gonna go out for dinner. We've got one of my other good friends you've probably seen, Daichi from Japan. He's gonna come with us. Ask him a bunch of questions because I'm gonna be relocating to Dubai at the end of this year from Australia. He's a super good person to have inside the community and help out all the boys. Other than that, team has been working on some fucking cool assets and some new branding that we're going to be bringing out because we're hosting an event and we're in Bali. We thought, why not actually have a physical presence? I'll show you some of the designs and stuff we've been cooking up that you'll just have to see when we get to our Bali trip, which will probably be my next vlog. But other than that, we're going to get a nice steak dinner. Let's get it. As you can tell, it's been a minute. I mean, you probably can't, but we are about to go on my good friend Alex's podcast. He's invited me on, so I'm going to take you guys along. Do a bit of content, film a podcast, probably like 1-2 hours. And yeah, honestly, it's been about a week since I picked up the camera. I've just literally been at the desk, not a whole lot going on, but I'm going to plan to film some content because I've got some cool stuff going on. But like I said before, boys, this is probably going to be like a whole month of just me building the business. So
okay, so how's it been here in Bali?
Bro, it's been good. I found like my ambition and creativity is at an all-time high. Just being in Bali, you guys probably noticed, like once you come to Bali, it's like a completely different world. It's so convenient. It's like an entrepreneur's haven. So yeah, just been working.
And what are you working on at the moment? What's top of mind?
At the moment, building my company Only Earned, which is essentially a private members club for entrepreneurs. So planning out events, connecting, different entrepreneurs from all around the world, building out a network, just kind of building a product for entrepreneurs to help them with traveling and meeting other guys.
Yeah. And you were mentioning about the concierge. So you're rolling that out now.
Yeah.
What exactly is it? What does it do?
Yeah, so this is something I wish I had because there was months where I was spending like 40-50K in Europe with a filmmaker on just traveling, like getting Airbnbs, buying dinners, just literally everything. And now that we have the concierge, it's essentially
a way for entrepreneurs to save money on literally everything: events, watches, cars, flights, hotels, villas, whatever it is. They can essentially save money. The way it works is the concierge company has really good relationships with hotels, really good relationships with villas, airlines. So you just basically request, hey, I'm looking to go to Dubai for 7 days. I need, accommodation. I need a chauffeur. I want to book a couple restaurants. And then they'll basically go and book everything for you. You give them a budget, and then they'll send you a payment link, and they'll be like, you saved this much money.
No, I see the pain in that. I definitely see the value, and that's something we need as well. Like, for example, coming to Bali, we had no idea.
Yeah.
Anything. We thought Uluwatu was where the place to be is. And we spent like a month there checking it with Nusa Dua and stuff, and then coming here to Canggu is like that.
Yeah.
That click. Everyone's here, everyone's locked in, everyone's doing something big down here.
I found entrepreneurs also don't really care that much. Like, if maybe you have a girlfriend, she like really cares about all the planning and what you're doing. We're just like, as long as I can work and I can show up, like, can you just book it all for me? So yeah, it's essentially like, a lot of people think it costs more money, but you're actually just saving money. So we saved like $5,000 US this month.
Damn, okay. Personally.
Yeah, on the villa.
Damn, okay. That's, yeah.
It is the last proper night in Bali, heading out for dinner with another entrepreneur. Literally every night we're just lining up dinners and linking up with new guys. This guy's Takumi, absolute G. He actually grew up like 20 minutes away from where I live. First time meeting him, obviously seeing a bunch of his content online, so it should be sick to link up. I got Noel coming with me, and just launched our Bali community trip, which out of all the trips I've planned, I think this is going to be the most fire trip ever. Fucking grinding out the business, figuring out, solving a lot of new problems, trying to just have that aha moment, because there's a couple hiccups in the road, but that's why I fucking love this game, and nothing a good 12-14 hour session of work can't fix. So last night in Bali, heading back to Australia for a week, and I'll be back. So let's get it. Anyway, we just finished up. Decent little run. It started to rain, so it was a bit shit. But yeah, we're in Sydney. We're here for the next 3 days. We literally only came for a weekend. Part of it was just to reset the visa. Other part of it was to just come back and see the fam, see what they've been up to. We're just back in Sydney for a week, meeting up with some people, seeing what's going on, getting a lot of work done as always, and yeah, just aggressively scaling. Yeah, hired 2 new people over the past month. I think the biggest thing I've had to learn is that you almost have to take a step back to take a step forward when it comes to teams, and that's really all it is when you're scaling your business. When you're starting to get to those 6-figure months, it's like, just how can you manage people? Getting to 100K a month, you're kind of just like fucking grinding. You're like, yeah, let's just grind out myself, like let's just, really like put in the work, put in the hours. But then like that can only get you so far, right? So it's just learning how that, okay, if I'm gonna onboard someone onto my team, I then basically, this whole process, this whole thing that I was doing myself is now gonna take longer because I have to do it and I also have to teach someone how to do it at the same time. And so like everything feels like it feels like you're going backwards, right? When you get a new team member on, you're paying them money, and then you're also taking things twice as long. With that being said, now that we're 1 month in, like, you start to see the effect and the long-term result of having a team member on. Life's a lot fucking easier. Once you get them really integrated into your team, you can just delegate any little task and they can do it because they know. They know as much as you, and they're put in that position now. So hiring a new events manager, and then also hiring, well, I'd say events manager / assistant, and then also hiring, like I was saying before my camera rudely fell over, hiring a new events manager and hiring a new filmmaker to essentially come and be the whole creative direction of Only Earn and help with executing all of the content, but then also having someone to help with executing all of the events. Because those were the 2 biggest tasks that were essentially taking up all of my time. And so we looked at them and we're like, okay, cool. How can we delegate this? How can we actually build out a system, build out a team, it's bought into the vision, and actually show them, okay, this is what we're building and this is how we want you to be a part of it. And then also obviously, an assistant / events manager / I'd say like head of partnerships, someone to just manage all of the deals that are going on the back end, help connect different members with other members, help organize trips for everyone, make sure everyone is getting a 10 out of 10 service, and just making sure that we're being able to organize all of our trips and run the most insane experiences of all time. So yeah, it's been fucking amazing having them on. My camera's about to run out. Yeah, essentially just continuing this vlog off from Bali, we're just trying to document as we can. I've been filming everything myself, so things have been a little bit harder. But now that we have a filmmaker who's going to be joining me next week, it will be a lot easier. He'll be able to come on board and essentially help with just executing on all of the content, which I think a lot of founders don't understand how powerful it is to just have a creative director, have a filmmaker. I do see a lot of successful guys in the space, like they have their own creative directors and you can see the result of what they're doing. But a lot of founders just like don't take the time to find the right filmmaker, fly him out, get him on the team, get him to understand the strategy and actually start executing on your content so you can make more money. Because in reality, like you cannot be there filming everything all the time and editing and organizing all of it. Like there's too many moving pieces, especially if you're running an offer. Like you're most likely going to be the face, or you'll have someone that's the face and they need to be coming up with cool ideas and showing up on camera every single day. But there's a lot more to it. They can't be the one that's filming everything, editing, managing with the editors and all that stuff. So getting a creative director is fucking, I highly recommend it. I help other people with setting that up, but I also get my own one out to come and help me film. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to be with him next Monday. So our next vlog is essentially going to be showing the 2 weeks leading up to our event and how we plan everything out. I'm heading over to Bali. I'll have a couple team members there and we'll just be cooking up. Just doing some business in Sydney, linking up with some different people. I actually went into the Rolex store the other day, put my name down on a new piece that I want to get. So that's fucking super sick. Hopefully all things go to plan and I get the call, but I know they're notorious for giving you a long wait time, so we'll have to see about that. But you know, I guess when I get the call from the store, I'll make a fucking video. But yeah, boys, my camera's about to run out of charge, so I will chat to you later. Just pulled up to my grandparents' house. I leave tomorrow, and I'm probably not going to see them for another 6 months. So yeah, I thought I would just document what's going on. I got them some flowers and like some other gifts and stuff. I think it's super important as an entrepreneur, like to try make the time when you can to see your family. And when you are here, you know, there's one of the reasons why I came back to Australia. I could have gone pretty much anywhere, you know, because I had to reset my visa in Bali, but I wanted to come back to Australia so I could actually see my family. And it's one of the trade-offs that you make is family time and actually building relationships with your family and getting to spend that time, because you have to a lot of the time be overseas, moving around, traveling, meeting new people for business. I just try to make up for lost time, but in reality, it's never gonna be, you know, you're never going to be able to make up for lost time. So you just have to know that that's the trade-off, and that's what you're willing to sacrifice to chase what you actually want to chase. But yeah, I just thought I would drop in and see them before I head off tomorrow. It's Sunday, got nothing else to do, man. So I thought I would make the effort to come out and see them. My sister's going to be here as well. So yeah, pretty much what's going on. And then going to head back home, head out tomorrow at 3 a.m. So yeah, boys, you can see we're stocked up in the Rangy. Anyway, I'll chat to you boys soon. Just wrapping up a big day of work. Got some sprints in and was just working most of the day. Beautiful sunset, my last proper night in Sydney, and then tomorrow I'm packing and then I leave super early Monday morning back to Bali. But yeah, it's been amazing. Good to just take it in. It's crazy to think like my Saturday nights used to be going out to the pub and partying and drinking, and now I just find peace in watching a sunset, having Whole Foods and going to bed early. It's a bit of a weird life. Obviously I do have my moments and we do have times when we're traveling, when we go out, but I just find like I'm so obsessed with being a better version of myself that when I'm not optimal, I get in a bad mood and I don't feel the best. So this shit makes me so fucking happy, and I'm sure it does to a lot of other entrepreneurs out there as well. You can see this is the crib we got. It's pretty gas. Just listen to a potty in the background, but fire crib, fire night, fire dinner, fire view. It's currently 7 a.m. We're in Bondi. It's my last day in Australia for 6 months. Me and J-Web just got some shots, and I think we're gonna go for a walk. We got this Mr. Ned Wagner.
Good morning.
Bit of a LARP session, but other than that, we're just going to go for a little walk. Then we're going to go back to J-Web's house, get some work done. What do you think of Australia in the winter time?
I mean, it's still nice, but I'm ready to leave.
Yeah, it's facts.
Yeah.
I miss Bali already.
I'm ready for Bali.
I've got your picture that you gave to me.
It's currently
8:42 p.m. We literally just got back to Bali like a day ago. My man Maxi here, the brand new filmmaker who's going to be helping me cook all the content. If you follow me on IG, you've probably started to see a lot of the stuff. But that was pretty crazy last 3-4 weeks, just jumping from Bali to Sydney, back to Bali, doing different business deals, getting the Bali trip locked and loaded, getting that launched, pushing out a bunch of content, restructuring the back end and actually understanding what the product means and how we can best deliver the product and creating just a fucking insane product. So many different moving pieces from the day to day while also hiring 2 new people. It's been pretty crazy. We have set everything up, especially with myself and Noel, to the point now where we know exactly what we need to focus on and we know exactly what we need to do to achieve our goals. And it's just working as a team now. When we have people coming through and interested in what we're building, he's able to be more efficient and make more money and essentially just do his job better. And so it's just constantly relying on one another to work as a team and kind of build this well-oiled machine. Yeah, with our account getting banned and all this random stuff happening, they've been preying on our downfall, but we put in a lot of good systems and structures in place for May to pretty much be one of the craziest months of the business of moving forward. So this next vlog that I'm going to be filming is probably going to be pretty crazy. I know a lot of cool guys in Bali that are here at the moment, so I'm going to be catching up with them. Going to be going and doing some pretty crazy stuff, but also just doing a final week sprint, making sure everything comes together, because when you're running events, a lot of the time, none of the shit goes to plan. So it's just making sure that everything can best go to plan. We have kind of set everything up, so that's pretty hard to fail, but I guess we'll see what happens over the next week and see how we execute on everything. Got a bit of a HQ. It's crazy how fucking easy it is to just create the best fucking content in the game. You have Maxi right here. He's editing on videos all day. I'm working on the marketing strategy and we're just going back and forth and posting stuff like this, pushing out content, doing crazy shit, making the brand just better and better and better every single day. And then also having half the team over in Europe that are working on the back end and working on events and planning out everything. So many moving pieces that I want to show you guys how it all works. How do you build a community for founders that are all very high performing people, and like how do you actually provide value to them and build a product that they fucking enjoy, but they also get a fuck ton of value from. And it's not an easy challenge. I definitely underestimated the challenge that myself and Noel were taking on. It's why I fucking do this shit. I love solving problems. I love putting myself in uncomfortable situations, and the fun of the game, if everything was easy, it would not be this fun. So that's basically the end of the vlog. Hope you boys enjoyed just a bit more in-depth business approach. I think, you know, with how everything's going and with a lot of the feedback I've been getting, is like I'm definitely going to just kind of narrow my content more down to actually like, how do you fucking build a cool business? Like what actually goes into it? What are the details? What are the logistics behind how everything works? And you know, what you see in the content is just like the best final product. Like how do we actually fucking get there? What mistakes do we make? Because we're making mistakes every single day, and I want to take you guys through that journey and show you this is what we fucked up on, and this is all the mistakes that we had, but also this is what we did right, and this is how we're able to scale really fucking quickly. So with that being said, this next vlog is going to be a fucking banger. Yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks sprinting hard in Bali, just building up for this event, and then the one after that, well, you just have to wait and see. So that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one.